Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Aluminum Tarot. Thanks so much for joining today. There's a few updates for the channel. Number one, using Google Pixel Buds Pro, so that way I can make sure that this sounds a bit clearer when I speak. And additionally, so that I can cut out some of the background noise. Hopefully, that helps a little bit with the readings themselves. Additionally, I'm going to read a Will to Power spread for today, and what better way to do that than to channel the Corleone deck, which is a deck that is basically modeled off of the Godfather, the Godfather trilogy. And I think there's going to be some very interesting insights for this. I've already read for Aries and Pisces, and now I'll be reading for the sign of Taurus. So that said, again, like I may have made a rant or two, like for the Aries and the Pisces readings, about I do not want this to be a channel where I talk about your ex is coming back, your ex misses you, they want to apologize, and all that nonsense. What I want this to do is be a channel of empowerment, apotheosis, and enlightenment. Being a Gnostic, these things are incredibly important for me. And what I want to do is to kind of allow the light to empower people as they go through their journey in life. And I don't want to use this as a way of holding ourselves steadfast to the past, dead and dying. Um, that said, not going to rant too much about that, but we're going to go ahead and get into the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. We're doing the Will to Power spread for the month of June 2024, but it could extend beyond that. Just generally getting the readings and the energies surrounding those readings as they stand for now and see where they'll lead in the future. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is your will to power spread for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising? What is Taurus's will to power spread for Sun, Moon, and Rising Taurus for the month of June 2024, roughly? Stop there. Okay. How do you see yourself now? Okay. What is the challenge? All right. What is your greatest strength? That's nice. The sun. What is your biggest weakness? What's Taurus's biggest weakness? A lot came out there. All right. Queen of Wands in reverse. Seven of Wands, and then the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So, what is the supporting energy surrounding Taurus? What is the supporting energy surrounding Taurus? Queen of Swords. That's me. That Laban energy, that Laban ascendant. So, what is the way that Taurus will ironically succeed? That is death. Clarify death. Clarify death. Right. What about the weaknesses? How will Taurus fail? How will Taurus fail? Clarify. Yeah. All right. There we go. What is the likely outcome? Good. Chariot. Sweet. Okay, so Queen of Coins at the bottom. What we talk about is a person who's found themselves to be a bit knocked off of their rocker when it comes to their financial stability and the things that they're trying to nurture in their life. Um, I feel like I'm reading for myself, but if this resonates with anyone else, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Now we talk about how you are currently. Eight of Wands. This means that you're making quick, rapid movement towards your success. That is very good. So maybe if you have felt like you were in a stagnant situation, like with Seven of Wands, having to defend your position, now you're making the Eight of Wands and you're moving forward away from that period of fighting. Now you're making swift, sudden change into the place that you would like to be. The challenge, though, for all of this is the Emperor reverse. This means that you need to man up. This is my man up card. Um, Toxic masculinity aside, whatever people want to call it these days, we need more masculinity in this world. In my personal opinion, we need to quit, you know, we need to quit babying this generation of people. We need to actually become tough, strong. We need to be able to persevere and to thrive in adversity. We need more stoicism in this world. And I think that this particular reading right here is kind of indicating to the Taurus that their challenge is doing that, is manning up and being able to face hardship with strength, courage, and fortitude. The Emperor is someone who takes no prisoners. He takes no BS either when it comes to the things in their life. Um, the Emperor rules. This is the Don. This is the Don right here. And to have that in the reverse shows that you're giving away your personal power that you have created over the cycles of being kings in all of the elements, because that is what the Emperor embodies. So this is a very strong card showing that you need to empower yourself by tapping that masculine energy, which is front and center of your life. Now, what we have here, we have the sun as your greatest strength. You are capable of achieving your happiness no matter the circumstances. You're capable of illuminating your life no matter the circumstances. The sun rises and sets, whether we want it to or not. And that is precisely what the sun here is saying here. It also shows here growth and recovery on the side of this. So what it's saying that you have the ability to recover from any setbacks that you've faced in Seven of Wands. You know, having to push, having to defend, having to explain to people. This now shows me that, you know, you are becoming complete and a very happy, you know, whole and healthy person. And by the way, I was right in one of the previous readings. The moon is card number 18, sun is number 19. And I think yeah, the world is card number 20 or 21. I need to remember that. Because what happens after the sun is normally the world. So after you experience that period of happiness and illumination, then you finally have your graduation ceremony, which is the world leveling up. And that's precisely what this shows that you have the potential to do if you move forward and you do your best to try to circumnavigate some of the difficulties that you've faced in your life by tapping that emperor, you know, card. So I'll be occasionally taking a drink every now and then because my throat has potentially gone out. The weather is so unstable in the United Kingdom right now that it's difficult for my sinuses to adjust. Um, I'm sure there are other tarot readers here that probably have similar issues going on. I know that Sassy Scorpio has a bit of an allergy issue being in Texas where it's dry and hot all the time. Here it's cold and wet all the time. And my sinuses have gone berserk I've never felt this way in such a long time. Or I haven't felt this way in such a long time. Anyways, what we have here as the weakness for this person's reading, the Taurus in question, is that we have the Queen of Wands reversed, three cards come out. Three of Wands in the reverse. We have the Seven of Wands, which actually 7 to 8 of Wands to your personal self. So this means that this is stemming, your current situation is stemming from your weakness. 7 of Wands, and then the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So it's almost like you lack the power. Again, these three cards encompass the Emperor in the reverse. That is your challenge. Man up, fight for what you want, no matter the circumstances. Fight as if your life depends on it. Knight of Swords in the reverse means you don't care what other people think. You will hurt people's feelings. You will be ruthless when you need to. Just like the Emperor, just like Don Corleone. He had culture, he had status, wealth, power, but one thing you did, if you fuck with the Don, he comes for you. You sleep with fishes. And that's the thing that you have to kind of realize with the Taurus. There are lots of Tauruses throughout history, for better or worse, that have made significant impacts on the direction of society. And I think that this should be something that you kind of consider when you decide to, you know, strike out on your path to success and apotheosis. Um, Queen of Wands in the reverse means that you lack kind of like the confidence enough to fight for yourself. And then the Knight of Swords in the reverse indicates that um, you do so in a way that does not allow you to really kind of communicate yourself clearly enough to kind of make your point and make yourself heard. Well, the funny thing is that even though this is your weakness, your greatest supporting strength right here is the Queen of Swords. So I have the Queen of Swords here as your supporting energy. Myself, I have a Libran ascendant after adjustment through Vedic astrology. And what this also denotes is that you are clear, you are concise, you're able to parse through a lot of the bullshit that comes towards your life. Basically, the Queen of Swords is someone who can say, "Approach me." Normally in the Rider-Waite tarot, she has one hand outstretched, saying, "You can approach me." And then there's another hand here that says, "If you make the wrong move, if you say the wrong thing, because I already know the truth, I'll cut you out of my life." And that's something that the Queen of Swords lives and dies by. She's able to see above the confusion, the chaos, and the fog of the Seven of Cups to get right to the heart of the matter. And that's precisely what you need to do. Not like the Knight of Swords in the reverse, which is your weakness, which is not being able to do that, or not being able to see clearly what needs to be done, or communicating in a way that doesn't really communicate your points clearly, or even at all. Be the Queen of Swords instead. So in the very end, we have death. The way you're going to come, rise to your will of power, your will to power, is the death and the Eight of Swords. You have to put an end to the restrictions that you have imposed on yourself and realize that you are a brute force that should not be reckoned with. Well, you're a brute force to be reckoned with, actually. That's the right way to say it. But death and the Eight of Swords, that definitely shows, because I'm looking at the imagery right here. And it's almost like if you had to, I don't know why I'm saying this. I mean, maybe this happened. But if you had to sign a contract in which you felt like it had restricted you so much to the point where you were unable to reach out to that success that you wanted, that's coming to an end. if you're being held captive by a former employer, or if you were held captive by a marriage, or someone that basically restricted you with the ties that bind, that is definitely dying in the month of June 2024. And you're actually going to be able to come out of that, and you're going to be able to move forward with your goals and ambitions. Additionally, we have generosity and stability as the ways that you're going to fail in life. Generosity in the reverse, which is it's the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. And then you have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, which is stability, or in this case, Six of Pentacles in the reverse would denote someone who deals with people who give and take on an unequal level. These are people who are selfish, greedy, that take away and steal from your own energy, your own life, and even your own finances and resources. Four of Pentacles in the reverse, that would also signify someone who lets go of things too easily, gives up too easily, doesn't hold on, um, or maybe that's very loose with their money. So the six and the four equals the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. The way you will fall is by not giving enough to yourself and understanding that you have to right the imbalance in your life on the pragmatic and practical levels that you deal with people. So, for example, you deal with a shit boss, and that boss is basically taking too much, making you sign contracts that you'll regret later, or you're dealing with a male or female that is significant in your life, and that person constantly takes from you, and you feel that the relationship's not balanced, and you're feeling henpecked, and they did the old switcheroo on you, where they were nice at first. Now that they got you locked down with a kid and so on, that you find that your life is becoming a bit miserable. Um, that is precisely how you're going to fail, and it's important for you to kind of capture the essence of what you're trying to do. You want to break free from the restrictions, put an end to them. You do not want people to continue to siphon off your material resources, your value, because not only is this, the pentacles are not simply just people who, you know, talk about money and finance and things like that. That's a misnomer. It also talks about your sense of self-worth, the worth that you have and that you give in exchange to other people throughout your existence. It could be on the material level, but it could be your time and energy as well. When you give too much, when you're too generous, when you're too focused on stability, or when you're not stable enough, that will in turn lead to this Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, what you're going to do for the month of June is very beautiful. When you put to death these restrictions, potentially even the contract that's holding you back, you are going to move forward with a speed unlike anything you've seen before in your life. The universe will just start co-creating with you, and you'll realize that it's a lot more easily flowing throughout your life. Opportunities will come in, you'll move to new places, you'll meet new people, you'll get put in the situations that will help to drive you in the right direction. And I don't want to use the word drive you in the right direction because it's got a car on the front of it, but typically the chariot is the kind of vehicle that moves you forward. I see a lot of progress. Conquer this lack of stepping in and being the Dawn. You want to do that. That is your challenge right now. Step into your place of authority, like the Hierophant would be, which is the Taurian equivalent. The Emperor is the Aryan equivalent, which is ruled by Aries, of course, Mars. But what you want to do now. You want to move into that place of power. So that's the reading. Thanks so much for enjoying this reading, or thanks so much for watching this reading. I hope you enjoyed it, rather, I should say. If you want to see more readings like this, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, and ding the notification bell so that you don't miss any updates from future postings. Additionally, if you would like a personal reading, feel free to reach out to me in the information provided in the description box below. That way you can receive a reading that is more in tune with your specific energies. Then I'll leave it at there. My voice is gone. Doing my best to come back, get back on the mend. It's been a bit difficult with this weather here because it's not really consistent. But thank you so much for your time and attention. I do appreciate it. Until next time, love and light.